Nature Talk. Around the world, we find different types of forest depending upon the climatic and soil conditions. Forests are home to numerous plant and animal species. Rainforests. Rainforests are found in warm tropics. The Amazon rainforest in the heart of Brazil, South America, is the world's biggest rainforest. From 40 to 75% of all species on Earth are native to the rainforests. Rainforests are forests characterized by high rainfall, with definitions setting minimum normal annual rainfall between 1,750 to 2,000 millimeters. The Central African rainforests are the second largest on Earth. Congo gorilla forest holds the distinction of being the largest African rainforest. Sunderbans. In the southwestern part of Bangladesh lies the Sunderbans, beautiful forest. It is a cluster of islands covering an area of about 3,600 square kilometers. The forest lies at the mouth of the Ganges and is spread across areas of Bangladesh. The forest covers 10,000 kilometers, of which about 6,000 are in Bangladesh. The area is known for the Royal Bengal tigers. National parks. Throughout the world, national parks and wildlife sanctuaries have been set up to preserve forest and wildlife. Yellowstone National Park, Montana, USA, was the world's first national park. Corbett National Park, Uttaranchal, was formed in 1936 and is India's first wildlife park. Methuselah. Methuselah is the world's oldest tree. It is in the White Mountain of California. Methuselah is 4,789 years old. It is the oldest known individual tree in the world. Its exact location is currently undisclosed to the public as a protection against vandalism. Banyan Tree. The great banyan tree in the Indian Botanical Garden in Howrah, West Bengal, has been crowned as the wildest shelter in the world. It is estimated as about 200 to 250 years old. The area occupied by the tree is about 14,478.44 square meters. The present crown of the tree has been circumference of 1.08 kilometers and the highest branch rises to 24.5 meters. It has at present 2,880 aerial roots reaching down to the ground. Mendocino Redwood. Mendocino Redwood tree in California, USA is the tallest living tree. It is about 367 feet and 6 inches tall. General Sherman. General Sherman in Sequoia National Park, California, is the biggest living tree. Its height is about 83 meters and circumference at ground is about 31.1 meters. The tree is believed to be approximately 2,200 years old. Saguaro. The cacti saguaro is 12 meters in height. It grows in the deserts of Arizona, California, and Mexico. It weighs up to 9 tons. Saguaros have a relatively long lifespan. They take up to 75 years to develop a sidearm. The spines on smaller saguaro grow rapidly, up to a millimeter per day. Baobab. Believed to be the weirdest looking tree. Baobab has bottle-shaped trunk which is used for storing water. It has a circumference of 47 meters and an average diameter of 15 meters. Baobabs store water inside the swollen trunk to 120,000 liters. It is the national tree of Madagascar. Gingko. The oldest species of tree is the Gingko or maidenhair. The fossil leaves of this tree, which is about 160 million years old, have been found. Death cap. The death cap is the most deadly fungus. The color of the cap can be pale, yellowish or olive green. The death cap is native to Europe, where it is widespread. It is found from the southern coastal regions of Scandinavia. Raffia Palm. Raffia Palm is a plant which has the biggest leaf. Raffia Palm have leaves that stretch as much as 25 meters long. The leaves can grow over 9 feet long and 6 feet wide. Raffia fibers have many uses, especially in the area of textiles. They flowering once and they're dying after the seeds are mature. Giant kelp. The longest seaweed, giant kelp, is around 60 meters in length. It is also the fastest growing plant in the sea and can grow 1 meter in a day. Kelp is large seaweeds belonging to the brown algae. There are about 30 different genera. Kelp grows in underwater. It requires nutrient-rich water below about 20 degrees centigrade. Hemlock. Hemlock is one of the world's most poisonous plants. Hemlock grows about 3 to 6 feet tall. Crushed leaves have a mouse-like odor. Hemlock grows on fertile, moist soils across the United States. The whole green plant is toxic at dosages of approximately 1% of body weight. Frequent urination may also occur. Aloe. The aloe is a plant with a waxy surface. It is used to prepare medicines. Of the 300 species of aloe, only a few were used traditionally as an herbal medicine. But the most popular species is aloe vera. It was and still is the most commonly used type of aloe. The gel found in the leaves is used for soothing minor burns, wounds, and various skin conditions. Dandelion. The flower of the dandelion closes at night and opens up during the day. The leaves are 5 to 25 centimeters long. The flower heads are 2 to 5 centimeters in diameter. The flower heads mature into a spherical cloaks containing many single-seeded fruits called acnes. Dandelion seeds are often dispersed by young children who often blow on or kick the clock. Dandelions are used as food plants by the larvae. Echidnas. Echidnas, also known as spiny ant-eaters. They live in New Guinea and Australia. Echidnas are small mammals that are covered with coarse hair and spines. They have snouts which have the functions of both the mouth and nose. Their snouts are elongated and slender. Chimpanzees. Intelligent mammal chimpanzees make tools and use them to acquire foods. Chimps communicate in a manner similar to human nonverbal communication, using vocalizations, hand gestures, and facial expressions. Chimpanzees have been kept as domesticated pets for centuries in a few African villages, especially in Congo. Sloth. Sloth is the slowest land mammal. Live in Central and South America. Sloth is omnivorous. They may eat insects, small lizards, and carrion. Sloth move only when necessary, and even then very slowly. They can move at a marginally higher speed if they are in immediate danger from a predator. Their specialized hands and feet have long, curved claws to allow them to hang upside down from branches without effort. Yak. Mammal with long hair, the yak is the long-haired bovine found throughout the Himalayan region of South Central Asia. Both males and females have horns. Domesticated yaks are kept primarily for their milk, fiber, and meat. They transport goods across mountain passes for local farmers and traders, as well as for climbing and trekking expeditions. Dolphins. Dolphins are marine mammals that are closely related to whales. There are almost 40 species of dolphin. They vary in size from 1.2 meters up to 9.5 meters and 10 tons. They are carnivorous, mostly eating fish and squid. Dolphins are considered to be amongst the most intelligent of animals, and their often friendly appearance and seemingly playful attitude. Most dolphins have acute eyesight, both in and out of the water, and their sense of hearing is superior to that of humans. Dogfish. Dogfish is a name applied to a number of small sharks found in the northeast Atlantic Pacific. The spiny dogfish is the most common shark in the western Atlantic. It averages 2.5 to 3 feet in length, with the largest growing to 4 feet or more. Records show that they can live from 25 to 30 years. Dogfish are considered a nuisance by fishermen because they will latch onto almost anything put in the water, including human hands. Care must be taken when handling dogfish due to the 2 venomous spines at the back of both dorsal fins. Giant clams. Giant clams, they can weigh more than 200 kilograms, measure as much as 1.2 meters across, and have an average lifespan in the wild of 100 years or more. They are largely found in Indian Ocean. They are also found off the shores of the Philippines. Today the giant clam is considered neither aggressive nor particularly dangerous. Mynas. The mynas are birds of the starling family. Mynas are medium-sized passerines with strong feet. Their flight is strong and direct, and they are gregarious. Several species live around habitation and are effectively omnivorous. They eat insects and fruit. Cuckoos. The cuckoos are generally medium-sized slender birds. The cuckoos feed on insects, insect larvae, and a variety of other animals as well as fruit. Many species are brood parasites, laying their eggs in the nest of other species, but the majority of species raise their own young. The feathers of the cuckoos are generally soft and often become waterlogged in heavy rain. Cuckoos will often sun themselves after rain. Several species of cuckoo undertake regular seasonal migrations. Penguin. Penguins are a group of aquatic flightless birds living almost exclusively in the southern hemisphere. Highly adapted for life in the water, penguins have counter-shaded dark and white plumage. and their wings have become flippers. Most penguins feed on krill, fish, squid, and other forms of sea life caught while swimming underwater. They spend about half of their life on land and half in the oceans. 2 eggs are laid by the female penguins, both weighing around 500 grams. The parents share incubation, changing duty daily. The eggs hatch after 34 to 36 days. Coral, a rock-like substance formed in the sea by particular types of small animals, is called coral. Corals are marine organisms. The group includes the important reef builders that are found in tropical oceans, which secrete calcium carbonate to form a hard skeleton. Although corals can catch small fish and animals such as plankton using stinging cells on their tentacles. Hibernation. Some animals like bats and squirrels spend the winter sleeping. This is known as hibernation. Hibernation is a state of inactivity and metabolic depression in animals. Hibernating animals conserve energy, especially during winter when food is short. Hibernation may last several days or weeks depending on species. Metamorphosis. The process by which the young form of insects like butterflies and moths and some animals such as frogs develop into an adult form is called metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is a biological process by which an animal physically develops after birth or hatching. Some insects, amphibians, molluscs undergo metamorphosis, which is usually accompanied by a change of habitat or behavior. Vertebrates. Animals with backbones are called vertebrates. About 58,000 species of vertebrates have been described. Vertebrates comprise cyclostomes, bony fish, sharks and rays, amphibians, reptiles, mammals and birds. Vertebrates originated about 500 million years ago. Invertebrates. Animals without backbones are called invertebrates. An invertebrate is an animal lacking a vertebral column. The group includes 98% of all animal species. Divided these animals into only 2 groups, the insects and the now obsolete worms. Many invertebrates have a fluid-filled hydrostatic skeleton like the jellyfish or worm. Others have a hard outer shell like insects and crustaceans. Camouflage. Chameleons are lizards that can change color to match their surrounding for protection. This is called camouflage. Fungus. Fungus does not contain chlorophyll and thus cannot make their own food. They take food from other plants or feed on their dead matter like scavengers do. The English word fungus is directly adopted from the Latin fungus meaning mushroom. Occurring worldwide, most fungi are largely invisible to the naked eye, living for the most part in soil, dead matter, and as symbionts of plants, animals, or other fungi. They perform an essential role in all ecosystems in decomposing organic matter. Platypus. It lives in rivers of the Western Australia and have a webbed feet and a paddle tail, which helps it to swim. Male platypus has a spur on the hind foot that delivers poison capable of causing severe pain to humans. The platypus is the animal emblem of the state of New South Wales. Until the early 20th century, it was hunted for its fur, but it is now protected throughout its range. The body and the broad, flat tail of the platypus are covered with dense brown fur that traps a layer of insulating air to keep the animal warm. Unlike a bird's beak, the snout of the platypus is a sensory organ with the mouth on the underside. Fern. These are among the oldest plants living on Earth. They differ from seed plants in their mode of reproduction, lacking flowers and seeds. Ferns are sometimes used in medicine to treat cuts and clean them out. Ferns are also good bandages if you are stuck out in the wild. The study of ferns and other pteridophytes is called pteridology. Algae. Algae are a large and diverse group of simple, typically autotrophic organisms ranging from unicellular to multicellular forms. They are photosynthetic like plants. Algae lack the various structures that characterize land plants, and their species are 3.5 billion years old. Fish. Fish are aquatic vertebrate animals covered with scales. Like other animals, fish can suffer from a wide variety of diseases, and their species are 480 million years old. Insects and spiders. Spiders are air-breathing that have 2 body segments, 8 legs, and no chewing mouth parts. About 40,000 species have been identified, and they are 400 million years old. Amphibians. Amphibians are ecological indicators, and in recent decades, there has been a dramatic decline in amphibian populations around the world. Amphibian is derived from the ancient Greek term amphibious, which means both kinds of life. Amphi refers to both, and bio referring to life, and their species are 370 million years old. Reptiles. Animals that includes crocodiles, alligators, tuatara, lizards, snakes, and turtles are called reptiles. The majority of reptile species are oviparous, and they are 290 million years old. Mammals. Mammals are a class of vertebrate animals. There are approximately 5,400 species of mammals present worldwide. Their species are 190 million years old. Wheat. Globally, after maize, wheat is the second most produced food among the cereal crops. Wheat is originated in Southwest Asia in the area known as the Fertile Crescent. The first grown wheat is in 7000 BC. Rye. It is a member of the wheat tribe and is closely related to barley. Since the Middle Ages, rye has been widely cultivated in Central and Eastern Europe. It was first grown in 6500 BC. Barley. Barley is an annual cereal grain which serves as a major animal feed crop. With smaller amounts used for malting and in health food, half of the United States barley production is used as an animal food. It was first grown in 4500 BC. Radish. The radish is an edible root vegetable. Radishes have numerous varieties varying in size, color, and duration of required cultivation time. The first grown radish is in 3000 BC. Around the world. A continent is a large landmass on Earth's surface. Earth consists of 7 continents: Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, North America, and South America. Highest mountain peaks in the continents. Asia. Mount Everest is the part of the Himalayan range in High Asia. Is located on the border between Sagarmatha Zone, Nepal and Tibet, China. Mount Everest has 2 main climbing routes: the southeast ridge from Nepal and the northeast ridge from Tibet. Mount Everest, also called Sagarmatha in Nepali, which means head of the sky. Africa. Mount Kilimanjaro with its 3 volcanic cones, Kibo, Mwanzi and Shira, is an inactive stratovolcano in northeastern Tanzania. Rising 4,600 meters from its base is additionally the highest peak in Africa at 5,891.8 meters. North America. Mount McKinley or Denali in Alaska is the highest mountain peak in North America. At a height of approximately 20,320 feet, it is the centerpiece of Denali National Park. The pressure on the summit of McKinley is even lower. South America. Mount Aconcagua is the highest mountain in the Americas and the highest mountain outside Asia. It is located in the Andes mountain range, in the Argentine province of Mendoza. Aconcagua is the highest peak in both the western and southern hemispheres. Antarctica. Mount Vinson Massif is the highest mountain of Antarctica, located about 1,200 kilometers from the South Pole. The mountain is about 21 kilometers long and 13 kilometers wide. The massif lies in the Sentinel region of the Ellsworth Mountains, which stand above the Ronne ice shelf near the base of the Antarctic Peninsula. Europe. Mount Elbrus is a mountain located in the Western Caucasus mountain range in Russia. Mount Elbrus stands 5,642 meters and it is the highest mountain in Europe. It is also the highest point of Russia. Europe is unique in the sense that the continent has no deserts. Australia. Mount Kosciuszko is a mountain located in the Snowy Mountains in Kosciuszko National Park. With a height of 2,228 meters above sea level, it is the highest mountain in Australia. Lowest points of the continents. Asia. Dead Sea is a salt lake between Israel and the West Bank of the west and Jordan to the east. It is 422 meters below sea level and its shores are the lowest point on the surface of the earth on dry land. The Dead Sea is 378 meters deep, the deepest hypersaline lake in the world. People also use the salt and the minerals from the Dead Sea to create cosmetics and herbal sachets. Africa. Lake Assal is a crater lake in central Djibouti. Located at the southern border of Tadjoura region, it lies 155 meters below sea level in the Afar Depression, and its shores comprise the lowest point on land in Africa. The maximum depth is 40 meters. The salt is mined and transported by caravan to Ethiopia. North America. Death Valley is a desert located in the southwestern United States. It is the lowest, driest, and the hottest location in North America. The specific location of the lowest elevation in North America at 85.5 meters below sea level. Death Valley holds the record for the highest reliably reported temperature in the Western Hemisphere. It is located on the border between California and Nevada. South America. The Valdez Peninsula is a peninsula along the Atlantic coast in the Viedma department in the northeast of Chubut province, Argentina. Its size is about 3,625 square kilometers. Most of the peninsula is barren land with some salt lakes. The coastline is inhabited by marine mammals like sea lions, elephant seals and fur seals. A high diversity and range of birds live in the peninsula. Europe. The Caspian Sea is the largest enclosed body of water on Earth by area. Variously classed as a world's largest lake or a full-fledged sea. It has a surface area of 371,000 square kilometers. It lies between the southern area of the Russian Federation and the northern Iran. It has a maximum depth of about 1,025 meters. Australia. Lake Eyre is the lowest point in Australia, at approximately 15 meters below sea level. It is the largest lake in Australia. The lake is located in the deserts of Central Australia, in northern South Australia. During the rainy season, the rivers from the northeast flow towards the lake through the Channel Country. Country with most lakes. The country with most lakes is Canada. It is the world's second largest country by total area and shares land borders with the United States to the south and northwest. Canada is a country occupying most of northern North America. Canada's two official languages are English and French. Deepest ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the deepest and largest of the Earth's oceanic divisions. Its name is derived from the Latin name Mare Pacificum, means peaceful sea. It extends from the Arctic in the north to Antarctica in the south, bounded by Asia and Australia in the west and the Americas in the east. It covers about 46% of the Earth's water surface and about 32% of its total surface area. It has a depth of 10,911 meters. Largest city. Tokyo is located on the eastern side of the main island Honshu of Japan. Tokyo is the seat of the Japanese government and the Imperial Palace, and the home of the Japanese imperial family. Tokyo is one of the three world finance command centers, along with New York City and London. Tokyo has the largest metropolitan economy in the world. Largest lake by area. Lake Superior is the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface area and is the world's third largest freshwater lake by volume. Lake Superior has a surface area of 31,820 square miles. It has a maximum length of 350 miles and maximum breadth of 160 miles. Its average depth is 482 feet. Largest river. The largest river by volume is Amazon. The Amazon is 120 miles to 130 miles wide. Because of its vast dimensions, it is sometimes called the River Sea. The upper Amazon has a series of major river systems in Peru and Ecuador. It starts to rise in November and it increases in volume until June, then falls until the end of October. More than 1/3 of all species in the world live in the Amazon rainforest. Largest lake. The largest lake by volume is Lake Baikal in southern Siberia in Russia. It is also known as the Blue Eye of Siberia. Lake Baikal is the deepest lake in the world with 1,637 meters and the largest freshwater lake in the world by volume. Lake Baikal hosts 1,085 species of plants and 1,550 species and varieties of animals. Largest continent. Asia is the world's largest and most populous continent. It covers 8.6% of the Earth's total surface area, and with over 4 billion people, it contains more than 60% of the world's current human population. More than 600 languages are spoken in Indonesia. More than 415 languages are spoken in India. And more than 100 are spoken in the Philippines. The People's Republic of China has many languages and dialects in different provinces. Island continent. Australia is a country in the southern hemisphere comprising the mainland of the world's smallest continent. Australia's landmass is 76,17,930 square kilometers. Australia is the flattest continent with the oldest and least fertile soils and is the driest habitat continent. The largest palace. The largest palace in the world is Imperial in Beijing. Beijing is China's second largest city after Shanghai. It is also the focal point of many international flights to China. Beijing is situated at the northern tip of the roughly triangular northern China plain. Dust-form erosion of deserts in northern and northwestern China results in seasonal dust storms that plague the city. Largest temple. Angkor Wat in Cambodia is the largest temple in the world. Angkor Wat is a temple complex at Angkor, Cambodia, built for the King Suryavarman II in the early 12th century as a state temple and capital city. Angkor Wat is the prime example of the classical style of Khmer architecture. By the 12th century, Khmer architecture had become skilled and confident in the use of sandstone as the main building material. Largest railway station. Grand Central Terminal, New York City, USA is the largest railway station. It is the largest train station in the world by number of platforms, 44, with 67 tracks along them, with 41 tracks on the upper level and 26 on the lower. Grand Central Depot was designed to bring the trains of the New York Central and Hudson River Railroad. Sugar bowl of the world. The sugar bowl of the world is Cuba. Havana is the largest city in Cuba and it is the country's capital. The most important Cuban mineral economic resource is nickel. The land of white elephants. The land of white elephants is Thailand. Thailand is an independent country that lies in the heart of Southeast Asia. The capital and largest city of Thailand is Bangkok. The official language of Thailand is the Thai language. Thailand is one of the most devotedly Buddhist countries in the world. The Dark Continent. The Dark Continent is Africa. Africa is the world's second largest and second most populous continent after Asia. With about 922 million people, it accounts for about 14.2% of the world's human population. There are 53 countries, including Madagascar and various island groups, associated with the continent. Africa is considered by oldest habited territory on Earth. The Spice Garden. The Spice Garden of India is Kerala. Kerala is a union state located in the southwestern part of India. Major cities are Thiruvananthapuram, Kochi and Kozhikode. Almost a fourth of India's 10,000 plant species are found in the state. Among the almost 4,000 flowering plant species, 900 species are of highly sought medicinal plants. The Holy Land. The Holy Land is Palestine. It is derived from a name used already much earlier for a narrower geographical region, mainly along the seashore. The name and the borders of Palestine have varied throughout history. Though Palestine has certain natural boundaries that justify its historical individuality. The Gift of the Nile. The Gift of the Nile is Egypt. Egypt is a country in North Africa. Egypt is one of the most populous countries in Africa and the Middle East. Egypt is famous for its ancient civilization and some of the world's most famous monuments, including the Giza Pyramid Complex and its Great Sphinx. The City of the Golden Temple. The City of the Golden Temple is Amritsar. Amritsar is the administrative headquarters of the Amritsar district in the state of Punjab, India. This city was founded by Guru Ram Das in 1574. The Land of Cakes. The Land of Cakes is Scotland. Scotland is a country that is part of the United Kingdom. Scotland consists of over 790 islands, including the Northern Isles and the Hebrides. Scotland's largest city is Glasgow, which was one of the world's leading industrial metropolises. The Land of Thunderbolts. Bhutan is known as the Land of Thunderbolts. Bhutan is located at the eastern end of Himalayan mountains. Bhutan is used to be one of the most isolated nations in the world. One of the main attractions for tourists is the country's culture and traditions. Bhutanese tradition is deeply steeped in its Buddhist heritage. The Land of Maple. The Land of Maple is Canada. It is the world's second largest country by the total area. Canada and the United States share the world's longest undefended border, cooperate on military campaigns and exercises, and are each other's largest trading partners. Land of the Morning Calm. In 1934 AD, an emperor of the Ming dynasty of China gave Korea the title of Kaesian, meaning morning freshness. The title was most suited to South Korea because of its natural beauty and high mountains and clear waters, particularly in the morning. Further, it is confirmed the title on South Korea as the Land of Morning Calm. The Sorrow of China. The Yellow River or Huanghe is the second longest river in China and the sixth longest in the world at 5,464 kilometers traditionally. Flooding of the Yellow River has caused some of the highest death tolls in world history. With the 1887 Huanghe flood killing 9 lakhs to 20 lakhs and the 1931 Huanghe flood killing an estimated 10 lakh to 40 lakh in the plain. Hence it is called the Sorrow of China. It is believed that the Chinese civilization originated in the Yellow River basin. The Chinese refer to the river as the Mother River and the cradle of the Chinese civilization. The Land of Golden Fleece. Australia is a country in the southern hemisphere comprising the mainland of the world's smallest continent. Australia's landmass of 76,17,930 square kilometers is on the Indo-Australian plate. Mount Augustus, claimed to be the world's largest monolith, is located in Western Australia. Australia has been called the Land of the Golden Fleece because of the quantity of wool produced there. The Windy City. The city of Chicago has been widely recognized as the Windy City. Geographic conditions in the area make Chicago a naturally breezy area. In February 4, 1873, Philadelphia Inquirer called Chicago the great city of winds and fires. Chicago's wind is often called the hawk. The term has been popular in African American English. The Sea of Mountains. British Columbia has been called a Sea of Mountains, and this designation is fairly accurate. Save perhaps for some 40 miles on either side of the Kilcotton River, where are to be found rolling or tolerably level plateau at least 3,000 feet above the sea and covered with excellent bunch grass. Land of Boiling Springs. The whole country of New Zealand is studded with boiling springs. New Zealand is an island country in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. City of Dreaming Spires. Oxford is a city and home to the University of Oxford, the oldest university in the English-speaking world. As well as being an extraordinary sight for tourists, Oxford city centre is a very attractive location for the consumer to visit, as well as being as good location for socializing. Oxford is known as the City of Dreaming Spires. Land of the Hummingbird. The Amerindian name for Trinidad was Carey or Ayr, which is usually translated as the Land of the Hummingbird. Trinidad is the larger and more populous of the two major islands and the numerous landforms which make up the country of Trinidad and Tobago. Playground of Europe. Leslie Stephen was one of the Victorian English gentlemen who invented the sport of mountain climbing in the Swiss Alps in the second half of the 19th century. In 1870, he wrote a book called The Playground of Europe about his travels in Switzerland. It is truly a place for the sportsperson or tourist regardless of age or physical condition. White City. Belgrade is called as the White City. Belgrade has many different names throughout history, and in nearly all languages the name translates the White City. Island of Cloves. Zanzibar is called as the Island of Cloves. Zanzibar is part of the East African Republic of Tanzania. Because of the significance of its production of cloves, it is known by that name. Now let's learn how currencies are called in other countries. The taka is the currency of Bangladesh. The taka became Bangladesh currency in 1972, replacing the Pakistani rupee at par. The word taka is derived from the Sanskrit term tanka, which was an ancient denomination of silver coin. Yuan is the Chinese currencies. Yuan in Chinese literally means a round object or round coin. The rial is the currency of Iran. The rial was first introduced in 1798 as a coin worth 1,250 dinar or 1/8 of a toman. The yen is the currency of Japan. It is the third most traded currency in the foreign exchange market after the euro. The yen was introduced by the Meiji government in 1872. The yen lost most of its value during and after World War II. The bahtese is the currency of Thailand. The currency was originally known as the taikal. Thailand did not produce coins using modern methods. Instead, a so-called bullet coinage was used. Drachma is the currency of Greece. The first coinage consisted of copper denominations of 1, 2, 5 and 10 lepta. The drachma coin weighed 4.5 grams and contained 90% silver, with the 20 drachma coin containing 5.8 gram of gold. Swiss is the currency and legal tender of Switzerland. The Swiss franc was equal to 6 3/4 grams pure silver or 1.5 French francs. Swiss National Bank introduced denominations of 50, 100, 500 and 1,000 francs. Ruble is the currency of Russia. Now it is also the currency of Belarus and Transnistria. According to one version, the word ruble is derived from the Russian verb. The dollar is the name of the official currency in USA. The US dollar is the currency most used in international transactions. The dinar is the currency of Kuwait. The dinar was introduced in 1961 to replace the Gulf rupee. It was initially equivalent to £1 sterling. Dirham or dirham is the currency of United Arab Emirates. The name derives from the Greek word drachma, known to the Romans as a drach or dirham, was a unit of weight used across North Africa, the Middle East and Persia with varying values. The euro is the official currency of France. The euro was introduced to world financial markets as an accounting currency on 1st January 1999. Okay kids, we finished learning about the currencies of various countries. Now we will learn about some famous monuments around the world. Petronas Twin Towers. The Petronas Twin Towers is in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. They were the world's tallest buildings from 1998 to 2004, designed by Argentine-American architect Cesar Pelli. The Petronas Towers was completed in 1998 and became the tallest twin buildings in the world on the date of completion. Giza. The Great Prince of Giza is a statue of a reclining lion with a human head that stands on the Giza Plateau on the west bank of the Nile, near modern-day Cairo in Egypt. It is the largest monolith statue in the world, standing 73.5 meters long, 6 meters older statues. Leaning Towers. The Leaning Towers is located in Pisa, Italy. The tower began leaning to the southeast soon after the onset of construction in 1173. Due to the poorly laid foundation. The height of the tower is 55.86 meters from the ground on the lowest side and 56.70 meters on the highest side. Victoria Falls. The Victoria Falls is a waterfall situated in southern Africa on the Zambezi River between the countries of Zambia and Zimbabwe. By the end of the 1990s, almost 3 lakh people were visiting the falls annually, and this was expected to rise to over 1 million in the next decade. Pentagon. The Pentagon is the headquarters of the United States Department of Defense, located in Arlington County, Virginia. The Pentagon was the largest building in the United States in terms of floor space. The Pentagon is one of the world's largest office buildings. It houses approximately 23,000 military and civilian employees and about 3,000 non-defense support personnel. On September 11, 2001, hijacked American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the western side of the Pentagon, killing 125 people who worked on that side of the building. Kremlin. The Moscow Kremlin, usually referred to as simply as the Kremlin, is a historic fortified complex at the heart of Moscow. Grand Prince Ivan III organized the construction of the Kremlin. The existing Kremlin walls and towers were built by Italian masters over the years 1485 to 1495. Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is the official London residence of the British monarch. Located in the city of Westminster, the palace is a setting for state occasions and royal entertaining and a major tourist attraction. Buckingham House, built for the Duke of Buckingham in 1703 and acquired by George III in 1761, as a private residence known as the Queen's House. The palace contains 77,000 square meters of floor space. Buckingham Palace finally became the principal royal residence in 1837 on the accession of Queen Victoria. At the center of this wing is the famous balcony with the center room behind its glass doors. The Louvre Museum. The Louvre Museum, located in Paris, a historic monument and a national museum of France. The museum opened on 10th August 1793 with an exhibition of 537 paintings, the majority of the works being confiscated church and royal property. During the French Revolution, the Louvre was transformed into a public museum. In May 1791, The assembly declared that the Louvre would be a place for bringing together monuments of all the sciences and arts. Parthenonis A Temple. The Parthenonis A Temple of the Greek goddess Athena, built in the 5th century BC on the Athenian Acropolis, Greece. The Parthenon is regarded as an enduring symbol of ancient Greece and of Athenian democracy, and one of the world's greatest cultural monuments. Sydney Opera House. The Sydney Opera House is located in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. It is conceived and largely built by Danish architect John Utzon. The Opera House was made as UNESCO's World Heritage Site on 28 June 2007. Flags of some Middle East countries. The Middle East is the region comprising the lands that extend from the eastern Mediterranean Sea to Persian Gulf. Some countries of the Middle East with their flags are Iran. Iran is a country in Central Eurasia. It is one of the world's most mountainous countries. Persian is an Iranian language. Iraq. Iraq is a country in Western Asia. The capital city, Baghdad, is in the Central East. Iraq ranks third in the world behind Saudi Arabia and Iran in the amount of oil reserves. The official language of Iraq is the Standard Arabic. Jordan. Jordan is an Arab country in Southwest Asia. Arabic is the official language of Jordan. English is widely understood among most Jordanians. Lebanon. Lebanon is a country in Western Asia, on the eastern shore of the Mediterranean Sea. Arabic is the official national language. The majority of Lebanese people speak Lebanese Arabic and sometimes French or English. Lebanon is a parliamentary democratic republic. The United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates is a federation of 7 states situated in the southeast of the Arabian Peninsula in Southwest Asia. The UAE, rich in oil and natural gas. Islam is the largest religion in the United Arab Emirates. Although the United Arab Emirates is becoming less dependent on natural resources as a source of revenue, petroleum and natural gas exports still play an important role in the economy. Kuwait. Kuwait is in Persian Gulf, enclosed by Saudi Arabia to the south and Iraq to the north and west. Kuwait is one of the smallest countries in the world in terms of land area. Kuwait's infrastructure was badly damaged during the war and had to be rebuilt. Qatar. Qatar is in Southwest Asia. Occupying the small Qatar Peninsula, it is bordered by Saudi Arabia to the south before the discovery of oil. The economy of the Qatari region focused on fishing and pearling. Qatar's national income primarily derives from oil and natural gas exports. However, English as well as many other languages like Hindi, Malayalam, Urdu, Tamil, Telugu, Bengali, Tagalog and Persian are widely spoken in Qatar. Turkey is a Eurasian country that stretches across the Anatolian Peninsula in Western Asia. Winters on the plateau are especially severe, where annual rainfall frequently is less than 300 millimeters. Bahrain. Bahrain is an island microstate in the Persian Gulf. Saudi Arabia lies in the west. Qatar is to the southeast across the Gulf of Bahrain. In a region experiencing an oil boom, Bahrain has the fastest growing economy in the Arab world. Meeting people. Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of the Republic of India. He was an independence activist, and as a leader of the Congress Party, Rajendra Prasad was drawn into the Indian freedom struggle soon after starting his career as a lawyer. Played a prominent role in the Indian independence movement, Prasad was born in Bihar, his father Mahadev Sahai, his mother Kamaleshwari Devi. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. Sir Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was an Indian philosopher and statesman. He was the first Vice President of India and the second President of India. His birthday is celebrated in India as Teachers' Day. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was born at Tirthani, a town in Tamil Nadu. Dr. Zakir Hussain. Dr. Zakir Hussain was the third President of India from May 13, 1967 until his death on May 3, 1969. He was awarded the highest Indian national honor, the Bharat Ratna, in 1963. Hussain was born in Hyderabad. After serving as the governor of Bihar from 1957 to 1962, and as the Vice President of India from 1962 to 1967. Hussain was elected President of India on May 13, 1967. V. Giri. Varahagiri Venkatagiri, commonly known as V. Giri, was the fourth President of the Republic of India from 24th August 1969 to 23rd August 1974, 10th August 1894 to 23rd June 1980. He became Minister of Labour. After India gained independence, he was first appointed High Commissioner to Ceylon and then successfully ran for Parliament in 1952. Serving as Minister of Labour until resigning in 1954. He served successfully as Governor of Uttar Pradesh, Kerala and Mysore. Muhammad Hidayatullah. Muhammad Hidayatullah was the first Muslim Chief Justice of India. He served as the acting President of India on 2 occasions and was also the Vice President of India for 1 complete term. Practiced as advocate at the Nagpur High Court from 1930 to 1946, served as Judge of Nagpur High Court from 1946 to 1954. Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed. Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed was President of India from 1974 to 1977. Ahmed was born on May 13, 1905, in Delhi to Colonel Zulnur Ali Ahmed and Rakia Sultan. He was awarded an honorary doctorate by the University of Pristina, Kosovo in 1975 during his visit to Yugoslavia. B.D. Jatti. Basappa Danappa Jatti was born at Karnataka state. He was President of India from February 11, 1977 to July 25, 1977. After the 1952 general elections, he was appointed Minister of Health and Labour. Jatti became member of the Mysore Legislative Assembly after the reorganization and was chairman of the Land Reforms Committee. He became Chief Minister in 1958 and continued in that office until 1962. Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy. Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy was an Indian statesman. He was the 6th President of India, serving from 1977 to 1982, and was the only person to be elected President of India unopposed. He was born in Andhra Pradesh. In 1952, he was elected as a member of the Rajya Sabha. Gyani Zail Singh. Gyani Zail Singh served as the 7th President of India between 1982 and 1987. Zail Singh's public life was long and varied. Freedom fighter, State Congress leader, Chief Minister, Minister and the President of India. Gyani Zail Singh died in a road accident on December 25, 1994. R. Venkatraman. Sri Ramaswamy Venkatraman was the 8th President of the Republic of India, serving from 1987 to 1992. Before his election as President, he served nearly 4 years as the 7th Vice President. Venkatraman was born in Pattukottai near Tanjavur in Tamil Nadu. He was the member of Constituent Assembly that drafted India's constitution. Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma. Shankar Dayal Sharma was the 9th President of Republic of India, serving from 1992 to 1997. Dr. Sharma had been the 8th Vice President of India under President Ramaswamy Venkatraman. During 1940s, he was involved in the struggle for Indian independence from the British and joined the Indian National Congress, a party which he would remain loyal to for the rest of his life. In 1952, he became the Chief Minister of Bhopal and served in that position until the state reorganization of 1956. K. R. Narayanan. Kocheril Raman Narayanan, also known as K. R. Narayanan, was the 10th President of the Republic of India. K. R. Narayanan died on 9th November 2005 at the Army Research and Referral Hospital, New Delhi. Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. Bharat Ratna Dr. Awul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam, born October 15, 1931, Tamil Nadu, India, usually referred to as Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam, was the 11th President of India, serving from 2002 to 2007. As the project director, he was heavily involved in the development of India's first indigenous satellite launch vehicle, SLV-3. He has received honorary doctorates from as many as 30 universities. The Government of India has honored him with the nation's highest civilian honors, the Padma Bhushan in 1981, Padma Vibhushan in 1990 and the Bharat Ratna in 1997. Srimati Pratibha Devi Singh Patel. Pratibha Devi Singh Patel is the current President of India, the 12th person and first woman to hold the office. Patel represented Adilabad constituency in Jalgaon district, Maharashtra, as a member of the Maharashtra Legislative Assembly and was Deputy Chairwoman of the Rajya Sabha, Member of Parliament from Amaravati in the Lok Sabha, and the 24th and the first woman Governor of Rajasthan. Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru was the first and the longest-serving Prime Minister of independent India. As one of the founders of the non-aligned movement, he is also referred to as Pandit Nehru. Nehru was born in the city of Allahabad. Nehru's birthday is celebrated as Children's Day, and children call him as Nehru Uncle. Mr. Nehru had led the Congress to a major victory in the 1957 elections, but his government was facing rising problems and criticism. Nehru played a major role in shaping modern India's government and political culture along with sound foreign policy. He is praised for creating a system providing universal primary education. He died in the early hours of 27th May 1964. Gulzari Lal Nanda. Gulzari Lal Nanda was the interim Prime Minister of India twice for 13 days each. The Government of India honoured Nanda with the Bharat Ratna Award in 1997. Nanda was born on 4th July 1898 in Punjab province of British India. He was imprisoned for Satyagraha in 1932 and again from 1942 to 1944. Nanda is the only Prime Minister of India who did not have a house of his own. Lal Bahadur Shastri. Lal Bahadur Shastri was the third Prime Minister of the Republic of India. Lal Bahadur was born in the year 1904 in Mughal Sarai. His father Sharda Prasad was a poor school teacher, who later became a clerk in the Revenue Office at Allahabad. Lal Bahadur's father died when he was only a year and a half old. In 2005, the Government of India opened the Lal Bahadur Shastri Memorial and set up a library in New Delhi. Indira Gandhi. Indira Priyadarshini Gandhi was the Prime Minister of the Republic of India for 3 consecutive terms. In 1999, she was voted the greatest woman of the past 1,000 years in a poll carried by BBC News, ahead of other notable women such as Queen Elizabeth I of England, Marie Curie, and Mother Teresa. Born in the politically influential Nehru dynasty, she grew up in an intensely political atmosphere. She was India's first and to date only female Prime Minister. Indira Nehru Gandhi was born on 19th November 1917 to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and his wife Kamala Nehru. Indira Nehru Gandhi was assassinated by his own guards. She was cremated on 3rd November near Rajghat and the place was called Shakti Sthal. Morarji Desai. Morarji Rachodji Desai was the Indian independence activist and the Prime Minister of India from 1977 to 1979. He is the only Indian to receive the highest civilian awards from both India and Pakistan, the Bharat Ratna and Nishan-e-Pakistan. Morarji Desai was born in Bombay Presidency. He spent many years in jail during the freedom struggle and owing to his sharp leadership skills and tough spirit. Before the independence of India, he became Bombay's Home Minister and later was elected as Chief Minister of Bombay State in 1952. In retirement, he lived in Bombay and died at the age of 99. He had been honoured much in his last years, a freedom fighter of his generation. Charan Singh. Chaudhry Charan Singh was the 7th Prime Minister of the Republic of India, serving from 28th July 1979 until 14th July 1980. Charan Singh entered politics as part of the independence movement. Charan Singh was born on 23rd December 1902 in Uttar Pradesh. In 1952, he became the Revenue Minister of State of Uttar Pradesh, the most populous state in independent India. Charan Singh passed away on 29th May 1987. Rajiv Gandhi. Rajiv Gandhi, the elder son of Indira and Feroz Gandhi, was the 9th Prime Minister of India. He was the youngest Prime Minister of India. His grandfather was the Indian independence leader Jawaharlal Nehru. Rajiv was born in 1944, during a time when both his parents were in and out of British prisons. Rajiv Gandhi's last public meeting was at Sri Perumbudur on 21st May 1991, in a village approximately 30 miles from Madras, Tamil Nadu, where he was assassinated while campaigning for the Sri Perumbudur Lok Sabha Congress candidate. V.P. Singh. Vishwanath Pratap Singh was the 10th Prime Minister of the Republic of India. V.P. Singh entered local politics in Allahabad during the Nehru era. He was appointed by Indira Gandhi as the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh in 1980. VP Singh died on 27th November 2008. Chandrasekhar. Chandrasekhar Singh was the 11th Prime Minister of the Republic of India. He was born on April 17, 1927, to a farming family in eastern Uttar Pradesh. From 1962 to 1967, Shekhar belonged to the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the Parliament of India. He was called a young Turk. Shekhar died at the age of 80 in New Delhi on July 8, 2007. P.V. Narasimha Rao. Pamulaparthi Venkata Narasimha Rao, who was commonly known as P.V. Narasimha Rao, served as the 12th Prime Minister of the Republic of India. Narasimha Rao was an active freedom fighter during the Indian independence movement and joined full-time politics after independence as a member of the Indian National Congress. Rao suffered a heart attack on 19 December 2004 and was taken to the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, where he died 14 days later at the age of 83. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, born December 25, 1924, served as the 13th and 16th Prime Minister of India. Vajpayee's involvement in politics began as the freedom fighter, only to abandon in its short span. He had been projected to be participated in the Quit India movement. H.D. Devagowda. Haradanahalli Doddegowda Devagowda was the 12th Prime Minister of the Republic of India and the 14th Chief Minister of the state of Karnataka. Devagowda was born in 1933 in Karnataka. He plunged into politics at the early age when he joined the Congress Party in 1953 and remained a member till 1962. I.K. Gujral. Inder Kumar Gujral served as the 15th Prime Minister of the Republic of India. Born in the town of Jhelum in western Punjab, now in Pakistan, he actively took part in India's freedom struggle and was jailed in 1942 during the Quit India movement. In the tumultuous days of June 1975, he was Minister of Information and Broadcasting. Dr. Manmohan Singh. Manmohan Singh was born on 26 September 1932 in Gah, Punjab. He is the 17th and current Prime Minister of the Republic of India. He was the Governor of the Reserve Bank of India from 1982 to 1985. Manmohan, during the 1970s, he worked for the Ministry of Foreign Trade and the Finance Ministry of India. Some important persons. Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama, the famous Portuguese navigator, discovered the sea route from Western Europe to the east by way of the Cape of Good Hope. He was sent by King John III as the Portuguese Viceroy to India. Madame Mira Richard. Madame Mira Richard, popularly known as Mother, was a French woman who became Sir Aurobindo's disciple. She helped in founding the Aurobindo Ashram and the town of Auroville in Pondicherry. Madame Bekaji Rustam Kama. Madame Bekaji Rustam Kama holds the credit of designing the national flag. She displayed the national flag at the Socialist Congress at Stuttgart, Germany on August 22, 1907. B.S. Sport. Ian James Thorpe. Ian James Thorpe is a former Australian freestyle swimmer. He has won 5 Olympic gold medals, the most won by any Australian, and in 2001, he became the first person to win 6 gold medals in one World Championship. At the age of 14, he became the youngest male ever to represent Australia. Mike Tyson. Michael Gerard Mike Tyson, also known as Malik Abdul Aziz, is a retired American boxer. He was the undisputed heavyweight champion and remains the youngest man ever to win a world heavyweight title at just 20 years old. Throughout his career, Tyson became well known for his controversial behavior both inside and outside the ring. Tyson competed at the 1982 Junior Olympic Games where he won gold. Michael Schumacher. Michael Schumacher is a former Formula One driver, 7-time world champion, and current advisor and occasional test driver for Ferrari. When Schumacher was 4, his father modified his pedal cart by adding a small motorcycle engine. He is the only German to win the Formula One World Championship. Rahul Dravid. Rahul Sharad Dravid is an Indian cricketer and a former captain of the Indian national cricket team. Dravid is the third Indian batsman after Sunil Gavaskar and Sachin Tendulkar to have scored 10,000 runs in Test cricket. Dravid started playing cricket at the age of 12 and represented the state at the under 15, under 17 and under 19 levels. He is popularly known as the Wall of the Indian cricket team. In 2004, Dravid was awarded the Padma Shri by the Government of India. Martina Hingis. Martina Hingis is a retired professional tennis player who spent a total of 209 weeks as world number 1. She won 5 Grand Slam singles titles, 3 Australian Open, 1 Wimbledon and 1 US Open. In 1993, 12-year-old Hingis became the youngest player to win a Grand Slam junior title. In 1996, Hingis became the youngest Wimbledon champion. David Beckham. David Robert Joseph Beckham is an English football midfielder currently playing for Milan and the England national team. In 2004, he was the world's highest paid footballer. Beckham is the first British footballer to play 100 Champions League matches. On 7th December 1994, Beckham made his UEFA Champions League debut, scoring a goal in a 4-0 victory in the final game. Garry Kasparov. Garry Kasparov is a Russian former world chess champion, regarded by many as the greatest chess player of all time. He is also a writer and political activist. Kasparov became the youngest ever undisputed world chess champion in 1985. He held the official FIDE world title until 1993. He continued to hold the classical world chess championship until he is defeated by Vladimir Kramnik in 2000. Carlton Lewis. Frederick Carlton Lewis is a retired American track and field athlete who won 10 Olympic medals, including 9 golds and 10 World Championships medals, of which 8 were golds. He won his last Olympic title in 1996 and later he retired. Sportsperson of our nation. Pillaulakandi Tekke Parambil Usha. Pillaulakandi Tekke Parambil Usha, popularly known as PT Usha, is an Indian athlete from the state of Kerala. This Indian athlete is nicknamed as the Payoli Express. She is the first Indian woman to reach the final of an Olympic event and is regarded as Queen of Indian track. Usha has a current record for most gold medals earned by a female in a single track meet. She got Arjuna Award and Padma Shri in the year 1984. Kamaljit Sandhu. Kamaljit Sandhu was the first Indian woman to win an Asiad gold medal in 1970. Kamaljit Sandhu, a superb athlete, won the gold medal for the 400 meters during the Asian Games at Bangkok. She ran the distance in 57.3 seconds. The records she set remained unbroken for 10 years. Shiny Abraham. Shiny Abraham is an Indian athlete. She has been a national champion in 800 meters for 14 years. Shiny Abraham Wilson represented India more than 75 times in international competition. Kumar Ram Narayan Karthikeyan. Kumar Ram Narayan Karthikeyan is a motor racing driver. He made his Formula One debut in 2005 with the Jordan team and was a Williams F1 test driver in 2006 and 2007. Pullela Gopi Chand. Pullela Gopi Chand is an Indian badminton player. He won the All England Open Badminton Championships in 2001. In 2005, he was given the Great Padma Shri Award. Now he runs the Pullela Gopi Chand Badminton Academy. Major Dhyan Chand Singh. Major Dhyan Chand Singh was the former Indian hockey player. He was part of the gold-winning Indian team in 3 Olympic Games 1928 Amsterdam, 1932 Los Angeles, 1936 Berlin. Leander Paes. Leander Adrian Paes is an Indian professional tennis player who currently features in the doubles events in the ATP Tour and the Davis Cup tournament. He is the receiver of India's highest sporting honour, the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award in 1996 to 1997, and the Padma Shri Award in 2001 for his contribution to tennis in India. Gingko Singh. Gingko Singh is one of the most outstanding boxers India has ever produced. Born in a remote village in Manipur and brought up in an orphanage, Gingko has defied odds at every stage of life to emerge as India's champion boxer. He has won the King's Cup in Bangkok in 1997 and also won the Asian Games gold in 1998 Bangkok Games. Geet Sriram Sethi. Geet Sriram Sethi of India is a semi-professional player of English billiards who dominated the sport throughout much of the 1990s. He is a 6-time winner of the professional level and a 3-time winner of the Amateur World Championships and holder of 2 world records in English billiards. Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore. Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore is an Indian shooter who won the silver medal in men's double trap at the 2004 Summer Olympics in Athens. He is the first Indian to win individual silver. Baseball. Baseball is a bat and ball sport played between 2 teams of 9 players each. The goal of baseball is to score runs by hitting a thrown ball with a bat and touching a series of 4 markers called bases arranged at the corners of a 90-foot square or diamond. The team switches between batting and fielding whenever the fielding team gets 3 outs. Hockey. Hockey is a sport in which 2 teams compete by trying to plot a ball into the opponent's net or goal using a hockey stick. The game is popular among both males and females in many parts of the world, particularly in Europe, Asia, Australia and South Africa. Field hockey is played on gravel, natural grass, sand-based or water-based artificial turf with a small hard ball. Hockey is the national sport of India. Badminton. Badminton is a sport played by either 2 opposing players or 2 opposing pairs who take positions on opposite halves of the rectangular court that is divided by a net. Players score points by striking a shuttlecock with their racket so that it passes over the net and lands in their opponent's half of the court. Badminton is the national game of Indonesia and Malaysia. Football. Football, all of which involve kicking a ball with a foot in an attempt to score a goal with 2 teams of usually 11 players. Football is the national game of Brazil. The official football field size for adults can range from 50 to 100 yards wide by 100 to 130 yards long. Cricket. Cricket is a bat and ball team sport that originated in southern England. A cricket match is contested by two teams, usually of 11 players each. It is played on a grass field in the center of which is a flat strip of ground 22 yards long called a pitch. There are several forms of cricket, and its highest level is Test cricket. Cricket is the national game of England. Duleep Trophy. The Duleep Trophy is a domestic first-class cricket competition played in India between teams representing geographical zones of India. The competition is named after Kumar Shri Duleep Singh Ji. Durand Cup. Durand Cup is the oldest football tournament in India. The Durand football tournament was started by Mortimer Durand at Shimla, India in 1888. America's Cup. The America's Cup is the most prestigious regatta and match race in the sport of sailing and the oldest active trophy in international sport, predating the modern Olympics by 45 years. The sport attracts total sailors and yacht designers because of its long history and prestige. Although the most salient aspect of the regatta is its yacht races, it is also a test of boat design, sail design, fundraising and management skills. Thomas and Uber Cup. Thomas Cup and the Uber Cup are the men's and women's competition in badminton respectively. It was held recently in Jakarta, Indonesia from May 11th to May 18th, 2008. Ryder Cup. The Ryder Cup is a golf trophy donated by Samuel Ryder, which is awarded every 2 years in an event called the Ryder Cup matches between teams from Europe and the United States. The competition is jointly administered by the PGA of America and the PGA European Tour, the venue alternating between courses in the United States and Europe. Champions Trophy Hockey. The Hockey Champions Trophy is the International Hockey Federation's most prestigious annual event. Founded by Pakistan's Air Marshal Noor Khan, it features the world's top-ranked teams competing in a round-robin format. The Pakistan Hockey Federation started the competition as a men's tournament in 1978, and in 1987 the first women's tournament took place. Davis Cup Tennis. The tournament was initially known as the International Lawn Tennis Challenge. It was renamed the Davis Cup following the death of Dwight Davis in 1945. The tournament was vastly expanded, and on its 100th anniversary in 1999, 129 nations competed for the prestigious Davis Cup. Grand Slam. The 4 Grand Slam tournaments are the most important tennis events of the year in terms of world ranking points, tradition, prize money awarded and public attention. They are Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon, US Open. Let us now learn about important events of sports. FIFA World Cup. The FIFA World Cup, called the Football World Cup, is an international football competition contested by the men's national teams of the members of Federation International the Football Association. The championship has been awarded every 4 years since the first tournament in 1930. National Basketball Association. The National Basketball Association in North America's premier professional men's basketball league, composed of 30 teams, 29 in the United States and 1 in Canada. The NBA is one of the 4 major North American professional sports leagues, which also include Major League Baseball, the National Football League, and the National Hockey League. Cricket World Cup. The Cricket World Cup is the premier international championship of men's one-day international cricket. The event is organized by the sport's governing body, the International Cricket Council, every 4 years. The tournament is world's 3rd largest and most viewed sporting event. Hockey World Cup. The Hockey World Cup, sometimes called the Hockey World Championships, is an international field hockey competition organized by the International Hockey Federation. The tournament was started in 1971. It is held every 4 years, bridging the 4 years between the Summer Olympics. Kids, can we learn about some famous awards? The Arjuna Award. The Arjuna Award is to recognize outstanding performance of sportspersons at international level. Some of the recipients are Sachin Tendulkar for cricket, Koneru Hampi for chess, and RVS Rathore for shooting. Dronacharya Award. Dronacharya Award was instituted in 1985 to honor eminent coaches. Some of the recipients are Robert Bobby George for athletics, Rajinder Singh for hockey, and Sukhchain Singh Chima for wrestling. Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna. Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award is conferred to honor individual sportsperson or the sports team for outstanding performance. Some of the recipients are Anju Bobby George, belong to athletics, and Sachin Tendulkar belong to cricket. Art Gallery. Sculptors are artists who make models such as figures carved in wood or stone or cast in metal. A sculptor named Gutzon Borgum has carved the heads of 4 US presidents into the granite rock of Mount Rushmore. Ceramics is used for the making fine pottery using clay. Painted and glazed porcelain was first made in China about 1,300 years ago. A fresco is a painting on a wall or ceiling. During the Middle Ages, this was the first form of art. Michelangelo's famous frescoes are in the Sistine Chapel, Rome. Performance by singers, dancers, musicians, and actors are collectively referred to as performing arts. Ballet is a type of dance in which carefully organized movements tell a story or express an idea. Now let's learn about some famous artists. Mandolin U. Srinivas. Uppalappu Srinivas, also known as Mandolin U. Srinivas, is a musician in the Carnatic musical tradition of southern India. He came to prominence not only for his playing but for his choice of instrument, an electric mandolin. U. Srinivas made his first public Carnatic concert performance in 1978 in Gudivada, Andhra Pradesh. M.S. Subbulakshmi. Madurai Shanmugavadivu Subbulakshmi, popularly known as MS, was a renowned Carnatic vocalist. She was the first musician ever to be awarded the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor. She gave her first public performance during the Mahamaham festival at Kumbakonam at the age of 16. Shivkumar Sharma. Pandit Shivkumar Sharma is an Indian classical musician of Hindustani classical music tradition. He is a master of the santoor, who used to be only a folk instrument from the valley of Kashmir. Shivkumar is the first musician to play Indian classical music on santoor. Elton John. Sir Elton Hercules John is an English singer, songwriter, composer and pianist. In his 4-decade career, John had been one of the dominant forces in rock and popular music, especially during the 1970s. He has won 5 Grammy Awards and 1 Academy Award. John started playing the piano at the age of 3, and within a year his mother heard him picking. Smart speakers, smart readers. Hello kids! In this, we are going to read about the famous authors and their books. Jonathan Swift. Jonathan Swift is remembered for works such as Gulliver's Travels, A Modest Proposal, A Journal to Stella, Drapier's Letters, The Battle of the Books, An Argument Against Abolishing Christianity, and A Tale of a Tub. Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was a Bengali mystic, Brahmo poet, visual artist, playwright, novelist and composer. Tagore first wrote poems at the age of 8. At the age of 16, he published his first substantial poetry and wrote his first short stories and dramas in 1877. 2 songs from his canon are now the national anthems of Bangladesh and India. R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan wrote The Dark Room, The Guide, The Man-Eater of Malgudi, and The Financial Expert. Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling wrote Rikki Tikki Tavi, Kim, The Man Who Would Be King, Mandalay Ganga Din, The Jungle Book. Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens wrote The Pickwick Papers, Oliver Twist, Nicholas Nickleby, Master Humphrey's Clock, The Old Curiosity Shop, Barnaby Rudge and American Notes. Enid Blyton. Enid Blyton wrote the famous 5 Run Away Together, adventure series, The Secret of Moon Castle, 5 Go to Mystery Moor. Mark Twain. Mark Twain wrote Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Yankee in King Arthur's Court, A Horse Tale. J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling wrote Quidditch Through the Ages, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Let's learn some interesting facts now. Mermaid. A mermaid is a mythological aquatic creature that is half human, half aquatic creature. Mermaids appear to have the tail of a fish and the torso of a woman. The first known mermaid stories appeared in Assyria 1000 BC. Unicorn. It is a mythical animal that is believed to have a horse body, a lion's tail, and a single horn protruding from its forehead. Dragon. It's a winged fire-breathing animal. It is usually wise and good in Chinese mythology, but fearsome in Western mythology. Gorgon. A snake-haired monster of Greek myth, whose glance turned people to stone. Phoenix. An amazing bird that was believed to be born again after the ashes of its funeral pyre. Hercules. He is famous for his strength. He is believed to have performed 12 impossible tasks of labor. Endless knowledge. Hello kids. Now we are going to learn some general facts. Come, it'll be very interesting. The longest road. The Grand Trunk Roads are one of the South Asia's oldest and longest major roads. For several centuries, it has linked the eastern and western regions of the Indian subcontinent, running from Bengal across North India into Peshawar in Pakistan. The Grand Trunk Road covers a distance of over 2,500 kilometers. The Grand Trunk Road continues to be one of the major arteries of India and Pakistan. The highest dam. Bhakra Dam is a concrete gravity dam across the Satluj River, near the border between Punjab and Himachal Pradesh in northern India. This dam is situated in the city Bhakra and is Asia's biggest dam. It is 225.55 meters high above sea level. The length of the dam is 518.25 and 304.84 meters broad. It stores up to 9,340 million cum of water, enough to drain the whole of the Chandigarh parts of Haryana, Punjab and Delhi. Largest producer of tea in India. The largest producer of tea in India is Assam. Assam is a northeastern state of India with its capital at Dispur, in the outskirts of the city Guwahati. It covers North Kachar Hills with an area of 30,285 square miles. Assam is known for Assam tea, petroleum resources, Assam silk, and for its rich biodiversity. The Cyber State of India. The Cyber State of India is Andhra Pradesh, situated on eastern coast of India. It is India's first largest state by area and fifth largest by population. Its capital and largest city is Hyderabad. Andhra Pradesh is historically called the rice bowl of India. Andhra Pradesh has 23 districts. Telugu is the official language of the state. Telugu is the second most spoken language in India. Largest milk cooperative of India. Anand in Gujarat is known as the milk capital of India. It became famous for Amul Dairy and its milk revolution. This city hosts the National Dairy Development Board of India and Anand Agricultural University. Amul, Anand Milk Union Limited, formed in 1946, is a dairy cooperative movement in India. Largest freshwater lake. Wular Lake is one of the largest freshwater lakes in Asia. It is situated in the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir, between the cities of Sopore and Bandipur. The river Jhelum feeds into the lake, which acts as a natural flood reservoir. The size can vary between 12 and 100 square miles depending on the season. The Wular Lake is an important habitat for the fish of the region. It provides about 60% of the fish yield of the Kashmir region. Largest desert in India. The Thar Desert, also known as the Great Indian Desert, is a large arid region in the northwestern part of the Indian subcontinent. With an area of more than 2 lakh square kilometers, it is world's 7th largest desert. It lies mostly in the Indian state of Rajasthan and extends into the southern portion of Haryana and Punjab states and into northern Gujarat state. The Thar district is bounded on the northwest by the Satluj River, on the east by the Aravalli Range and on the west by the Indus River. Largest cave. Amarnath Caves are situated at an altitude of 3,888 meters, about 141 kilometers from Srinagar, the capital of Jammu and Kashmir. Amarnath Caves are one of the most famous shrines in Hinduism. dedicated to the god Shiva. It is a popular pilgrimage destination for Hindus. About 4 lakh people visit during the 45-day season around the festival of Shravani Mela in July-August, coinciding with the Hindu holy month of Shravan. Longest beach. The Marina Beach is a beach situated along a 12-kilometer shoreline in the city of Chennai, along the Bay of Bengal and part of the Indian Ocean. It is the second largest beach in the world. Marina Beach is a major tourist attraction of India. Largest library. The National Library of India at Kolkata is the largest library in India and India's library of public record. It is under the Department of Culture, Ministry of Tourism and Culture of Government of India. The library is situated on the scenic 30-acre Belvedere estate in Kolkata. It has a collection in excess of 2.2 million books. First metro. The Kolkata Metro or Calcutta Metro is the first underground rail network in Kolkata, India. It was the first underground built in India with service starting in 1984. The line begins at Dum Dum in the north and continues south through Park Street. Longest river bridge. Mahatma Gandhi Setu is a bridge over the river Ganges connecting Patna in the south to Ajipur in north in Bihar, India. It was inaugurated in May 1982 by Indian Prime Minister Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Its length is 5,450 meters. It is the longest single river bridge in the world. Biggest milk plant. Mother Dairies is the biggest milk plant in India. Mother Dairy was set up under the Operation Flood program in Delhi. It later expanded in Mumbai, Punjab and eastern India. It is now a subsidiary company of National Dairy Development Board. Largest prison. Tihar Prisons, also called Tihar Jail, is the largest complex of prisons in South Asia. It is located at Tihar village, approximately 8 kilometers from Chanakyapuri to the west of New Delhi, India. Its main objective is to convert its inmates into normal members of the society by providing them with useful skills, education and rules. Longest dam. Hirakud Dam is the longest dam built across the Mahanandi River. About 15 kilometers from Sambalpur is the state of Orissa in India. Built in 1956, the dam is the world's largest earthen dam. Behind the dam extends a lake, 55 kilometers long. Hirakud Dam is one of the longest dams in the world, about 26 kilometers in length. Highest mountain. Kanchenjunga is the third highest mountain in the world, with an elevation of 8,586 meters. Kanchenjunga means the 5 treasures of snows, as it contains 5 peaks, 5 of them over 8,450 meters. Kanchenjunga is considered as sacred in Kurant religion. Longest bridge. The Howrah Bridge is a bridge that spans the Hooghly River in the West Bengal, India. It was originally named the New Howrah Bridge because it links the city of Howrah to its twin city Kolkata. By the 19th century AD, Kolkata and Howrah are one of the opposite banks of the Hooghly River and had grown to be the most important economic and cultural centers. The new Howrah Bridge was built between 1937 and 1943. The bridge is 705 meters long and 97 feet wide. Largest cricket stadium. The Eden Garden Cricket Stadium in Kolkata is one of the largest cricketing facilities in the world, along with the MCG. The pitch at Eden Gardens has traditionally been on the slower side and good for batting, assisting spin bowlers very early. Since then, the ground has hosted 35 test matches, more than any other venue in India. The stadium hosted its first one-day international match against Pakistan. A total of 21 one-day internationals have been played at the venue. Sanchi Stupa, located in Madhya Pradesh, often called the heart of India, is a state in central India. Its capital is Bhopal. Karnataka. The Indian state is known for its sandalwood. Karnataka is a state in the southern part of India. Chilka Lake is located in Orissa. Orissa is a state located on the east coast of India by the Bay of Bengal. Bijapur is famous for Gol Gumbaz monument. Gol Gumbaz is the tomb of Muhammad Adil Shah of the Adil Shahi dynasty of Indian sultans, who ruled the Sultanate of Bijapur from 1490 to 1686. The tomb located in the city of Bijapur. In Jammu and Kashmir, Dunga boat is used for transportation. Jammu and Kashmir consists of 3 regions: Jammu, the Kashmir Valley and Ladakh. Srinagar is the summer capital and Jammu is its winter capital. Ladakh, also known as Little Tibet, is renowned for its remote mountain beauty and Buddhist culture. The Nilgiris or Blue Mountains are present in Tamil Nadu. It is one of the 28 states of India. Its capital and largest city is Chennai. It is the homeland of Indian Tamils and their 2,500-year-old classical language Tamil. It is home to many natural resources, grand Hindu temples of Dravidian architecture, hill stations, beach resorts, multiple religious pilgrimage sites, and 3 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. There are about 2,000 species of wildlife that are native to Tamil Nadu. The Kaveri River is one of the major rivers of India, which is considered sacred by Hindus. It flows generally south and east through Karnataka and Tamil Nadu and across the southern Deccan Plateau through the southeastern lowlands, emptying into the Bay of Bengal through 2 principal mouths. Lakshadweep is the tiniest union territory of India. Its name means 100,000 islands in Malayalam and Sanskrit. It is a group of islands 200 to 300 km off of the coast of Kerala in the Arabian Sea. Their total land area is 11 square meters or 32 kilometers. Lakshadweep is emerging as a major tourist attraction for Indians. Kanyakumari is the southernmost tip of India, which is also the meeting point of the Bay of Bengal, the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean. Kids, can we now learn about the capitals of Indian states and their union territories? Pondicherry. Pondicherry is a union territory of India. It is a former French colony consisting of 4 non-contiguous enclaves or districts and named after the largest Pondicherry. The districts are Pondicherry, Karaikal and Yanam on the Bay of Bengal and Mahe on the Arabian Sea. Thiruvananthapuram. Thiruvananthapuram, also known as Trivandrum, is the capital of the Indian state of Kerala and the headquarters of the Thiruvananthapuram district. Thiruvananthapuram means City of Lord Ananta in Sanskrit and Malayalam. Kohima. Kohima is the hilly capital of India's northern east border state of Nagaland, which shares its borders with Burma. Kohima is also called because Kui Hi is the name of a plant grown on the mountainside. Kui Hi Ma means the men of the land where the flower Kui Hi grows. Earlier, Kohima was known as Tigoma. Port Blair. Port Blair is the largest town and the municipal council in the Andaman Islands and the capital of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, a union territory of India. It is home to several museums and a major base for the Indian Navy and the Indian Coast Guard. It is also the headquarters for the Tri-Services Command. Mumbai. Mumbai is the capital of the Indian state of Maharashtra and the financial capital of India. With a population of approximately 13.66 million, it is the second most populous city in the world. Mumbai lies at the mouth of the Ulhas River off the western coast of India, in the coastal region known as the Konkan. Srinagar. Srinagar is the capital of the northernmost state of Jammu and Kashmir. It is situated in Kashmir Valley and lies on the banks of the Jhelum River, a tributary of the Indus. It is also the headquarters of Srinagar district. Jaipur. Jaipur, also popularly known as the Pink City, in the capital of Rajasthan state. Temperatures remain relatively high throughout the year, with the summer months of April to early July having average daily temperatures of around 30 degrees Celsius. Ranchi. Ranchi is the capital city of the Indian state of Jharkhand. Jharkhand state was formed on 15th November 2000 by carving out the Bihar divisions of Chota Nagpur and Shantal Parganas. Chandigarh. Chandigarh, also called the Beautiful City, serves as the capital of two states, Punjab and Haryana, and is a union territory of India. Panaji. Panaji is the capital of the Indian state of Goa. It lies on the banks of the Mandovi estuary in the district of North Goa. Panaji is Goa's third largest city after Vasco and Margoa. Shimla. Shimla, originally called Simla, is the capital city of Himachal Pradesh. The city is named after the goddess Shamla Devi, an incarnation of the Hindu goddess Kali. Lucknow. Lucknow is the capital city of Uttar Pradesh, the most populous state of India. It has a population of 48,75,858. Today, Lucknow is a vibrant city that is witnessing an economic boom and is among the top 10 fastest growing non-major metropolitan cities of India. Gangtok. Gangtok is the capital and largest town of the Indian state of Sikkim. Gangtok is located in the Shivalik hills of the eastern Himalayan range, at an altitude of 1,437 meters. Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar is the capital and largest city of the Indian state of Orissa. Before Bhubaneswar, Cuttack was the capital of Orissa until 1947. Both Bhubaneswar and Cuttack are known as the twin cities of Orissa. Bangalore. Bangalore is the capital of the Indian state of Karnataka. Located on the Deccan Plateau in the southern eastern part of Karnataka, Bangalore is India's third most populous city and fifth most populous urban agglomeration. Gandhinagar. Gandhinagar is the capital of Gujarat state. Located on the banks of the river Sabarmati, The city is the administrative center of Gandhinagar district. Hyderabad. Hyderabad, once known as Bhagyanagaram, is the capital city and most populous city of the Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. It is also known as the city of Nizams and the city of pearls. Dispur. Dispur is the capital of Assam, a state in northeast India. To the south of Dispur is the mythologically important site of Basista Ashram and the Shankardev Kala Kshetra, a cultural center created in the 1990s. Here are some general knowledge informations. Lotus is the flower emblem of India. Similarly, rose for United Kingdom and lily for France. Myanmar, previously known as Burma, and Iran, previously known as Persia. Louis Joy Brown is the first test tube baby. Chicago International Airport is the busiest airport in the world. Japan is the country that has the most number of earthquakes. Rome is the capital city of Italy, known as the City of Seven Hills. London, the capital city of UK, is served by international airports at Heathrow and Gatwick. George Washington is the first American president. Neil Armstrong is the first man to step on the moon. White House is the official residence of the President of the United States of America. Ancient Egyptian kings are known in the name of Pharaoh. Myanmar is the country that is known as the land of the Golden Pagoda. The Vatican City is the country that has the Pope as its head. Saudi Arabia is the country associated with deserts, oil, Riyadh and Mecca. Caspian Sea is the largest saltwater lake. Angel Falls is the highest waterfall on earth, is located in South America. World's biggest oil refinery is situated in Abadan, Iran. Hiroshima is the city where the first atom bomb was dropped. The Fishtail Mountain is a snow-covered mountain which no one has been able to climb. It is located in Nepal. Mount Fuji is located in Japan. Now we will learn about some important persons. Ferdinand Magellan. The first explorer to sail around the world is Ferdinand Magellan. Ferdinand Magellan was a Portuguese maritime explorer who became the first person to lead an expedition across the Pacific Ocean. Magellan was the first European to enter the Pacific from the eponymous state of Magellan, which he discovered. He was also the first European to reach the archipelago of what is now known as Philippines, which was unknown to the Western world before his landing. Alfred Nobel. Nobel Prize is the international award given every year in fields such as physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, economics, and peace. It is named after a famous Swedish scientist, Alfred Bernhard Nobel, who was a chemist, engineer, innovator, armaments manufacturer, and the inventor of dynamite. In his last will, he used his enormous fortune to institute the Nobel Prizes. The synthetic element nobelium was named after him. Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai. Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai was the first chairman of Indian National Committee for Space Research. He was the man behind the equatorial rocket launching station, Thamba, Thiruvananthapuram. Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai was an Indian physicist. He is considered to be the father of the Indian space program. Vikram Sarabhai was born on 12th August 1919 in the city of Ahmedabad, Gujarat state in western India. Bill Gates. William Henry Bill Gates is an American business magnate, philanthropist, author, the world's richest person, and chairman of Microsoft, the software company he founded with Paul Allen. Gates was the richest person in the world for 15 consecutive years. During his career at Microsoft, Gates held the positions of CEO and Chief Software Architect. Gates is one of the best-known entrepreneurs of the personal computer revolution. Now can we learn some interesting facts about universe? A huge group of stars held together by the force of gravity is called galaxy. Sun belongs to Milky Way galaxy. The distance traveled by light in 1 year is called light year. Mars is referred to as the red planet. Venus is the hottest planet on which the temperature may rise up to 460 degrees centigrade. People of Japan country are the first to see the sunrise. Sirius is the brightest star in the night sky. The black spots on the moon are called craters. Other than Earth, scientists are speculating life on Mars planet. Satellites orbit around planets. Moon is the Earth's satellite. Atmosphere is the thin layer of air that surrounds our Earth, which is actually a mixture of gases. Violent explosions of massive stars are called supernova. Comets are the luminous celestial bodies that move about the solar system. They usually have a long tail. Neptune planet is named after the Roman god of sea. Mars planet is named after the Roman god of war. Kids, now we are going to learn about human body. Human body. Liver. The biggest human organ within the body is liver. The liver is a vital organ present in vertebrates and some other animals. It has a wide range of functions. A human can only last up to 24 hours without liver function. The adult human liver normally weighs between 1.4 to 1.6 kilograms and is a soft, pinkish brown triangular organ. Skin. The largest organ of the body is the skin. The skin is the outer covering of the body, also known as the epidermis of an animal. It is the largest organ of the entegument system made up of the multiple layers of epithelial tissues and guards the underlying muscles, bones, ligaments and internal organs. Cells. The smallest living parts of the body is called cells. The cell is the structural and functional unit of all known living organisms. It is the smallest unit of an organism that is classified as living and is often called the building block of life. Lung. The lung is the essential respiration organ in air-breathing animals. In mammals, the two lungs are located in the chest on either side of the heart. The lungs of mammals have a spongy texture and are honeycombed. Tissue. Groups or collection of microscopic cells that are of the same type and do the same job is called tissue. Tissue is a cellular organizational level intermediate between cells and a complete organism. Organs are then formed by the functional grouping together of multiple tissues. The study of tissue is called as histology. Joints. Elbow and knee help in to and fro movements. These are known as joints. Small intestine. The body's longest internal organ is the small intestine. In vertebrates, including mammals, reptiles, birds and bony fish, the small intestine is the part of the gastrointestinal area following the stomach, and is where the vast majority of digestion takes place. The small intestine comprises the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum, and is followed by the large intestine. Immune system. The body's self-defense which prevents illness is called immune system. An immune system is a collection of biological processes within an organism that protects against disease by identifying and killing pathogens and tumor cells. It detects a wide variety of agents from viruses to parasitic worms. Thigh bones. The thigh bones are the strongest bones in our body. The femur or thigh bone, which is the most proximal bone of the leg in vertebrates capable of walking or jumping, most land mammals, birds, many reptiles such as lizards, and amphibians such as frogs. Backbone. In human anatomy, the vertebral column, commonly known as backbone or spine, is a column of 24 vertebrae. Stirrup bone. The stirrup is the smallest bone in the body, smaller than a grain of rice. It rests against the oval window membrane leading into the inner ear. The stirrup moves in and out of the oval window membrane like a piston as the drum moves in response to sound. Let us learn about some diseases. Rabies. Rabies is a viral disease that causes inflammation in the brain on mammals. It is most commonly caused by a bite from an infected animal, but occasionally by other forms of contact. The rabies virus makes its way to the brain by following the peripheral nerves. Jaundice. Jaundice is a yellowish discoloration of the skin. The conjunctival membranes over the whites of the eyes and other mucous membranes caused by hyperbilirubinemia. Dengue fever. Dengue fever is acute feverish diseases. Close monitoring of vital signs in critical period is vital. Increased oral fluid intake is recommended to prevent dehydration. Anemia. The three main classes of anemia include excessive blood loss, excessive blood cell destruction, efficient red blood cell production. Anemia is the most common disorder of the blood. In severe cases of anemia or with ongoing blood loss, a blood transfusion may be necessary. Vitamin C may aid in the body's ability to absorb iron. Most commonly, people with anemia report a feeling of weakness and sometimes poor concentration. Chickenpox. Chickenpox is a highly contagious illness caused by primary infection with varicella zoster virus. It generally begins with a vascular skin rash appearing in 2 or 3 waves, mainly on the body and head rather than the hands, and becoming itchy raw poke marks. Small open sores which heal mostly without scarring. Pregnant women and those with a suppressed immune system are at highest risk of serious complications. Cataract. A cataract is a clouding that develops in the crystalline lens of the eye or in its envelope. Cataracts develop from a variety of reasons, including long-term exposure to ultraviolet light, exposure to radiation, secondary effects of diseases such as diabetes, hypertension, and advanced age. As a cataract becomes more opaque, clear vision is compromised. A loss of visual acuity is noted.